We don't know what the weather is going to be like around here. I do get really anxious during storms.
That's why they chose HailGuard. When performance leads, confidence follows. Backed by the first and only asphalt shingle system with a hail warranty.
That just gives us more peace of mind.
This is the only asphalt product on the market that has the manufacturer warranty targeting the hail damage, and it gives me a lot of confidence as a contractor.
Engineered for enhanced impact performance. Built to protect homes and reputations. HailGuard shingles. Built for hail.
Hey everybody, Matt Meister here, and we are approaching 6 o'clock. In fact, it's 6:02 on this Tuesday evening, and I want to give you an update on what is ongoing here across southern Colorado regarding thunderstorms and an emergency flash flood warning that continues for the Aspen Acres Fire, where we have had water rescues and debris flows. Colorado City off to the east of there, you can see still getting a little bit of rain, but the heaviest rain is gone now. This was by far the most significant rain we've had over the area. But mud had started to move with the last couple rounds of storms that had moved through. So the feeling was that things were kind of primed for what has unfortunately ended up happening. So the heaviest rain has been up on the north end of the fire. The fire outline is the magenta, the kind of pink that you see there. And then rain over the last 3 hours is in the green. And up on the north end of the fire is where we have had between 1 and 3 inches of rain. I'm going to zoom in on the Beulah area, and then I'm going to kind of orient us off to the northwest. The reports I have is that debris flows are happening in a lot of the drainages that are up this way. I'm going to take the rain off of there so you can see the terrain here. North Creek has been hit the hardest. There are a lot of different creeks that feed into North Creek, which kind of comes into Beulah Valley from the north. We're kind of looking off to the northwest here. Ditch Creek, White Creek, Asher Creek, Yellow Creek, some of the other, like the right-hand fork of North Creek, and some of the areas that actually aren't in a burn kind of feed into North Creek as well. But you can see you get away from North Creek, and there's certainly some terrain there that played a role, and there's ash, there's mud, and there's trees that have been coming down. That debris is going to keep working down the channel and into the Beulah Valley area, and then work off to the east and end up in the St. Charles River, kind of heading off to the east of Beulah Valley. So let me orient us back to the north here. And we will also talk about the San Isabel area, where earlier CDOT reported a water rescue in the area. Now, San Isabel, most of town is just outside of the burn, but obviously you can see just east of town some pretty steep terrain there. There are burns in the fire where the fire's been burning up St. Charles Peak that kind of come down into the creek there. So, you know, we've had issues on both ends of the fire this afternoon, even though it's the northern end that by far has had the heavier rain. And we've still got ongoing storms out there this evening. So you can see the heaviest rain has moved out of the fire area, and I think that's good news. But we still have a couple of severe thunderstorm warnings over parts of the plains, over eastern Colorado. And I want to sort of start off wide here, and then we'll kind of drill down with TAMCO Live radar on where we have the strongest storms. There's still a number of flash flood warnings. Pueblo, we've got one. Southern slopes of Pikes Peak, we've got one. Eastern El Paso County to the north of Highway 94, we've got one. But the strongest storms are shifting east of the Front Range now, as we knew would be the case this evening. And so the areas where we have severe thunderstorm warnings are kind of out ahead of the strongest storms a little bit. And you can see that outflow boundary that's been racing through there. So let me back this up here and show you that we do have a severe thunderstorm watch for parts of eastern Colorado. And you can see here on the reflectivity, out ahead of the storms is where we've got wind out of the northwest that is advancing at a pretty decent speed here. And that's why we've got these severe thunderstorm warnings out ahead of this, because the leading edge of this outflow is running there in central Crowley County approaching Olney Springs at about 55 miles per hour. There's a 58 mile per hour gust. And then back behind it, it's not as strong. In the vicinity of some of these cores of rain, it picks up a little bit, but it's really this leading edge here where we've got some really strong wind. So you'll see the wind pick up, temperatures will drop with the outflow, and then the rain is going to come back behind it. So for those of us that have been quiet across the plains, the next several hours are going to bring our chance of rain. Second day in a row, we are going to get some really good rain along Highway 50 here. We had it last night. We've got it again today. That increases our flash flood risk for tomorrow because some of our soils are going to start to be saturated here. Ongoing severe thunderstorm warning for eastern Pueblo County, for western Crowley County, and for western Otero County for another 8 minutes. But given the speeds we're seeing on the leading edge of that outflow, we'll probably see these expanded. The severe thunderstorm warning for northern parts of Bent County, for northeastern parts of Crowley County, and for western sections of Kiowa County is also until 6:15. So these are probably going to be replaced by a new severe thunderstorm warning that will be, somewhere out in there. We'll see here. We'll hang out together, but there's no reason to think it won't, given what the wind speeds are measuring right now. And the other thing is the flash flood risk is going to shift east with these storms as well. Now, I think over the next 2 hours, I think we see some of the intensity keep pulling back. We're not seeing as much sort of pinkish whites and magentas on my radar color table as we were earlier today. So some of the rain rates are dropping back a little bit. Where we were getting 1 to 2 inches per hour, we're now kind of closer to 1/2 inch to about 1.25 inches per hour. So we may not see the amount of flash flood warnings here for the next several hours that we saw for other locations during the afternoon, but that threat does not go away, especially since some of the areas that had heavy rain last night are about to get them as well. Crew, if you would like to come on and be a part of our coverage here on Peaks to Plains Weather, you are welcome to do so. You can always use these 2 links. Just put them in your browser on your phone. You can go outside, look at the storm, make sure you're in a safe place. To do that, you'll have to give your microphone and camera permission, but then you can join us here on Peaks to Plains Weather. It's been a busy day, my friends. Busy, busy day. Thankfully, haven't had any significant reports, of flooding in the Pueblo area, even though we remain under a flash flood warning. That's good news. Most of the reports today have been wind. And so, that's still kind of our major issue right now. And that's what most of the reports have been today. A couple flash flood reports, one in south central Fremont County, one just off to the northeast of Ellicott by a couple of miles to the north of Highway 94. But lots of wind reports you see off to the east of Denver, eastern El Paso County, Pueblo County, off to the north of Walsenburg. Lots of these running between 50 and 70 miles per hour. And so that's what we're keeping an eye on here this evening. All right, I'm going to take a real short break, and we will be back after this. I'm going to take you through 6:15, and we'll see what happens with these severe thunderstorm warnings that are set to expire. Don't go anywhere. You're on Peaks to Plains Weather, our weather together.
This is John May, General Manager of Petrale Roofing, up on another customer's roof doing a free 21-point inspection. If you'd like us to take a look at your roof, give us a call today, 719-375-8773. We'd be happy to take a look and see the condition of your roof. Petrale Roofing, we're a Diamond certified TAMCO installer, which means we can offer a industry-leading 25-year workmanship warranty to give you peace of mind in the storm. Call Petrale Roofing, 719-375-8773. Schedule your free inspection today.
Love your yard with a new outdoor space from F&B Landscaping. From a new build to a new project in an existing yard, we listen and give you the yard you want within your budget. Lawns, water features, xeriscaping. We've got the artistic touch and technical know-how to bring the peak of Colorado outdoor living to your home. Reliable, trustworthy. Visit fblandscapes.com to schedule a free consultation today.
Emergencies are unpredictable, but you don't have to be unprepared. Peak Alerts sends you targeted emergency alerts in real time for evacuation orders, law enforcement activity, missing persons, and more. Choose up to 5 locations that matter to you, like home, work, and school, so you know what's going on and what to do next. It's free, easy to set up, and designed to keep you in control. Know first, act fast. That's the power of Peak Alerts.
Employee pricing is over, but at Phil Long Ford in Motor City, American value still means something. Colorado's best season, Phil Long's biggest discounts of the year, 0% financing, no payments for 90 days. And I'll throw $1,000 towards your down payment. Plus, get a complimentary 2-year premium maintenance plan.
That's the Phil Long way.
We'll beat any deal by $750, and we'll prove it only at the original Ford store in Motor City.
So what's been fascinating here, I know my mic was just out. I was trying to figure that out. Sorry about that. As we head into tomorrow, we're going to see more efficient rain-making storms that are going to be starting to cruise over some saturated soils. I think the severe weather risk is lower tomorrow, but certainly the likelihood of storms is not. So let me show you here what on water vapor imagery we're kind of watching for as we move into tomorrow. So water vapor shows us where in the mid and upper levels of the atmosphere there's more water, even if it's not condensed into clouds. And you can see where we've got more of it. We've got water being brought from the surface up into the upper levels of the atmosphere with the thunderstorms that we have overhead. And you can see where the center of circulation is here in the mid-levels of the atmosphere. It's off to our south. And we've still got a really good tap of moisture here coming into Colorado in the monsoon. So that's still going to be with us tomorrow. We've had a wave move across the area today. There's another one back over Arizona that will move across the area for Wednesday. But there's a little less oomph in the atmosphere than today, and I think the chance of severe weather is a little bit lower. So after storms come to an end tonight, and it may take a while, because I'm going to take us from right now through the rest of the evening here. I mean, the storms are shifting out across the plains. I think that trend continues. There might be one or two back behind everything, and there might be a sprinkle as we head through the overnight, but you know, you get the sense that things are winding down. Tomorrow's the coolest day of the stretch here. And enjoy that, because I do have more hot temps for this weekend. Not as much as what we had last weekend. I don't think we're going to get back to 110s, but it's certainly going to be higher than we're going to have out there tomorrow. And as we head into Wednesday, and that wave's coming up from the south, storms are still developing first over the mountains, and then in the middle part of the afternoon, they're shifting down the eastern slopes again. Like today, as that happens, I think there's going to be some strengthening. I just think the chance of getting a severe storm for 60-mile-an-hour gusts are lower, but there's still going to be some storms that produce more than an inch of rain. And if you get hit by a couple, you might be close to 2 inches again. So you may get a couple rounds of storms. And we'll keep some of that around again until late Wednesday night, and then start to wind things down. Then we start to see some changes as drier air starts to work into the area. That's in response to the high pressure shifting west as we head into the weekend. So watch what happens here in the upper level pattern. There's a little wave that'll kick kind of just to our northeast on Friday, so we'll still keep some storms around Thursday and Friday, just not as much as today or tomorrow. And as we hit the weekend, we start to get north flow, but the high end's up off to our southwest. And so we're going to get a couple of quieter days. That's when the heat will come up. Then you see that jet streak up across the northern Rockies. As that moves into the northern plains, I think late Monday, we'll get a cold front to come into the area. That's going to start to bring temperatures down, and we'll see the storms return to the forecast for early next week. But we do get a break over the weekend, and the numbers come up particularly for Sunday into Monday is kind of how it's looking as of now. Even the mountain areas will see lesser chance of storms over the weekend. And if you get one, it'll be the type that has a higher base and is less likely to produce heavy rain, more likely to bring some gusty wind and brief rain, certainly than the storms out there today and that we'll have tomorrow. And over the plains, we're starting to talk 100s again. Again, not as hot as last weekend, but still pretty dang hot. All right, back to our storms here as we are now past 6:15. And my friends at the Weather Service have not issued a severe thunderstorm warning. But let me talk about why it's really, really close here before we get you on the way for the evening. On the leading edge of these storms, we've got this outflow here that is still cranking pretty good. See where some of these yellows are showing up here? Moving across Otero County, Crowley County, and Los Animas County. If we measure the wind along that, I mean, where these yellows are, we're still around 60 miles per hour. Remember, 58 miles per hour is kind of the threshold. It is the threshold of severe weather. So as I get set to, go grab some dinner real quick, we'll watch this outflow boundary. If you are in an area where a severe thunderstorm warning is issued, it's for this boundary that's moving off to the east. And these storms are going to continue to shift east this evening, as I said. We do have a severe storm warning in Kit Carson County right now for strong wind, but you can see that there's heavy rain in there as well. So if you get a flash flood warning, just know if you're driving around in low spots, you come across a flooded road, don't cross it. You don't know what happened to the road beneath it. Turn around, don't drown is the easy to remember saying that we all kind of use. And again, we've had a pretty serious situation in the Aspen Acres Fire late this afternoon and this evening, where between 1 and 3 inches of rain has fallen in the northern parts of the fire. North Creek in particular has been hard hit, but there have been a number of drainages here off to the north and northwest of Beulah where we've had debris flows. And you can see some of the heavier rain amounts that we've got in here, up over 2 inches being measured by radar, and some places close to 3, like I said. So we'll keep an eye on that this evening. If you have something to pass on, you can do so in the Peaks to Plains weather app. We've got a little share tab in the bottom right-hand corner. We've got forecasts updated on the 24-hour channel. You can watch us whenever you'd like on Roku, Fire TV, YouTube. We're on there. The 24-hour channel lives on the homepage of the Peaks to Plains weather app, on our website as well. We push things to social media when we can, and it certainly has been a busy afternoon and early evening, and we're not done yet. We'll have more coverage as we head through the evening. For now, we will get you back. I'm going to go grab some dinner. I need to eat. I'm getting a little bit of a headache here. But just know we covered if you get a severe thunderstorm warning, it's for wind, and we'll keep an eye out for flash floods as well. This is Peaks to Plains Weather. Our weather together. Storm coverage on Peaks to Plains Weather is sponsored by Tamco Building Products and their Hail Guard shingles beyond Class 4. Thanks for watching.
Hey, this is John May, General Manager of Petrale Roofing, up on another customer's roof doing a free 21-point inspection. If you'd like us to take a look at your roof, give us a call today, 719-375-8773. We'd be happy to take a look and see the condition of your roof. Petrale Roofing, we're a Diamond certified Tamco installer, which means we can offer a industry-leading 25-year workmanship warranty to give you peace of mind in the storm. Call Petrale Roofing, 719-375-8773. Schedule your free inspection today.